Hey viewers, hey subscribers, and welcome back to my channel, Aquarian Empress Tarot. To my returning subscribers, welcome if you are new to the channel. Welcome, welcome. Hey everybody. So, welcome back to my channel. Tonight we're gonna have a little live discussion, formerly known as Girls Chat. We're gonna be talking about relationships and being responsive versus being reactive versus, just reacting out of emotions, fear, anxiety, insecurity, all of that. So welcome to the channel. Hey, Em. I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to hop in. And to those of y'all who've placed orders, they're on their way. Thank you, M Love. Also, I am sending all of you, everybody who's watching the live streams, definitely sending love, blessings, and protection your way because you are going to need it. I know life gets rough sometimes, but just know that you're divinely guided. Just know that your spirit team is working to protect you and guide you along the way. Trust and know that for sure. Earth signs, I did not forget you guys. Earth signs. Air signs is what I meant to say. How could I forget my squad? Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, you guys. Y'all's readings will be posted tomorrow evening, okay? Because today, your girl is not feeling it. But I love you guys. Needless to say, just a little sneak peek at the energy surrounding air signs. Blessings. Blessings in abundance. So be patient, air signs, because we know how y'all like Gemini. I'm talking to y'all. Y'all like to hop from one thing to another. You gotta sit in the seat long enough to see what's gonna happen. Hi, Divine K. Welcome to my channel. Queen. Yeah, welcome to my channel. If you're new, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all right? Please do me that much. Divine K, what do you feel is going on? Oh, these prayers. These prayers, for some reason, I keep feeling like something is coming. I don't know what is coming, but I feel like something is coming. Like something, there's going to be more changes. That's what I feel. And I feel like we're all going to need the prayers. I feel like we're all going to need to support one another because we are all in this together. Like the grand scheme of things, just watching the news and watching how things are going, it's like we're all in this together. It's a hot mess. The way things have been set up with government, with politicians, with people, leaders, all these people in, high places, the powers that be. There's so much stuff going on that we don't know about. And it's like, those of us here, we're just trying to survive day to day while they're passing all these bills and laws that we're unaware of. And it's just it's really a trying time that we're in. We're in trying times. So definitely always want to send, yes, I'm glad that you're releasing it. I'm glad you're releasing it because it needs to be. It needs to be. And that's part of your healing journey too, Em. I'm so glad you brought that up because purging is necessary. Purging is so necessary. You have to not hold back. When you feel something, say something. If you're moved to share something, share it. Don't let anybody stop you. Don't let anybody make you feel guilty about it. Be your true, authentic self. Don't put yourself down or suppress your emotions to appease another person. Because no matter what you do, trust me, someone is going to have something to say. Someone's going to have a complaint. Someone's going to bitch about it. Somebody's going to always have something to say about you because everybody is not for you. Everybody is not the one. Everybody is not going to be a follower. Everybody is not going to be a friend. Everybody's not going to be a subscriber. Exactly. And the lesson learned is not to compromise. Not to compromise. Unless you're being compromised for. Because you've been making sacrifices, but what have they been making sacrifices for? And that's the thing in relationships to be aware of. Any relationship, if I'm not being given to, I'm not going to stick around to be taken advantage of. That's what I'm not going to do. Let's see, Divine K. Exactly. The energy, the universe works in synchronicities. It works and the universe is always, the earth itself is always working in a state of balance. Like the process of, you know how rain is formed in the clouds, it comes down to the earth. We use that water, and whatever we don't use, the waste, it goes back into the earth and it's recycled. It's a constant state of balance. When there's an imbalance and us human beings, we disrupt that balance in any kind of way, it affects the entire planet, because the universe, the earth, is going to do its job. It's going to try to balance things out on its own naturally. So that's why it's so important to make sure all of our relationships are in a state of, exactly, it's all of our relationships have to be in a state of balance. Just like we have the two principles of masculine and feminine energies, they balance each other out, or they're supposed to. Divine K, what makes you think that the person could possibly be cheating? Like, do you actually have any type of physical signs that this person may be, or are you just feeling distance from this person? Or are they just not like themselves? Just for no reason? Oh, okay. So I'm assuming that you guys, have had this altercation, this confrontation at the time that this happened. When you found out a couple months ago that it happened, you guys had a discussion about what happened. I'm just asking. When it happened, when you found out 2 months ago that this person had done this thing, and what did he seem good about changing? I'm asking these questions for a reason. You'll see why. What did you notice about him changing his behavior? Okay, got you. That could be too, because men, especially when they're under financial, like when they have a lot of financial obligations or stress from work, they tend to kind of pull back a little bit on their affectionate side. So that could be part of the thing. But I was going to say, if you feel something, just like I was telling M, soon as you feel something, say something with men, because men are very direct beings. Men see things black and white. They're like, tunnel vision for men. So men, you have to be direct with them. You can't beat around the bush. You can't throw hints out. Baby, I noticed that you've been a little bit distant today. Is everything okay? Is everything okay? Did you have a good day at work? Do you see my bluntness here? I'm direct. I'm not even cutting anything. I notice that you're not really speaking. Is everything okay? I'm not like, you show acting funny today. What is that supposed to mean? How would he know what that means? How would he know? How would I? And this goes right into what we were about to start talking about, which is responding versus reacting. Because a lot of times when we have attachment issues and codependency issues, we tend to react instead of respond. Obsessively thinking about your person, what they're doing, where they're at, where their mindset is at. It's an attachment, codependent, obsessive thing, but that comes from trauma. It comes from trauma because, like you said, what happened 2 months ago, until you actually release that energy from that situation, you're still gonna, in the back of your mind, he's still gonna be suspect to you. Like, I don't know. You know, everything could be going fine, but that one little thing could throw something off, and you're like, I'm feeling some type of way now. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if, what. But because of that experience, because of that trauma, in the back of your mind, you're still going to be questioning whether or not you should continue entertaining this person or continue giving to this connection. Now, to each their own. But you have to know what I mean, if you don't mind me asking, how long have you been in a relationship with this person? Get out of your head. Get out of your head. What do you feel, a year and a half, almost 2 years? What do you feel you have to gain by staying with this person? All of this time. Do you feel your time has been wasted? These are questions to ask yourself, Divine K, that's going to help you get out of your head. Because because right now you're kind of in an emotional state. I can feel that you're kind of in an emotional state, right? So at this point, you have to say to self reality check. What is actually going on here? Why am I with this person? Why do I love this person so much? What has this person proven to me consistently over this year and a half mark? What have they shown me? What have their actions shown me? Not what have they told me, but have the actions and the words lined up? If there are any inconsistencies, you may not necessarily want to break up, but you may want to pull back. You may want to withdraw some energy. See how much the other person actually wants this connection. Because from what you just mentioned a little bit ago, it doesn't really seem like that much. If this person is capable of stepping outside of the relationship, how much do they really value the relationship that they have with you? Are they really that afraid of losing you? Or has this person become so complacent in this relationship that they do bare minimum because they know that you're not going anywhere? And this is why I say you have to sometimes put a little pressure on people to let them know, I can always leave. This is a privilege. I'm not required to stay here, and I have boundaries. If I'm not appreciated, I can very easily walk away. Will it be hard? Yes. But will I do it? Absolutely. Because I'm always going to do what's best for me at the end of the day. Period. No questions asked. Because just as much devotion and loyalty and time that you've put into this person, that you've invested into this person and this relationship with this person, how much have they invested into this connection with you? How much do they value being with you? Right? That's the question that we need to ask ourselves in these connections. Where is this going? How much do they really value this relationship? Because you already know, I already know what I bring to the table. You already know what you're capable of. You already know whether or not you have yourself together. You already know whether or not you still have healing to do. You already know that you're a loving, giving, nurturing person. So you know that you're not going to disappoint yourself. Yes, we are flawed. Human beings are flawed. Human beings do some shitty things. But there has to there has to be certain boundaries that are non-negotiable. And that's one of the things, Divine K, that I highly recommend you sit down just with yourself quietly, and write down, what are my non-negotiables in this relationship? What is it going to take? What is it going to take for me to say enough is enough? What is acceptable to me? What does love look like to me? What does a loving, healthy connection look like to me? Because a lot of us have an idea, a concept of love and relationships based on what we've seen as children, how we were raised, the family dynamics and family environments, or the lack thereof, that we were raised in as children. Some people do not know how to love another person because they never received love as a child. They never received it. They were raised. That was it. They were not loved. They were not given affection. They were not heard. They were only seen because they were children. So keep that in mind with the person that you're dealing with. Whatever type of background this person comes from, their value and perception of women and relationships, all of that plays a factor into the way that they treat you, the way that they value you or respect you, or the lack thereof. But that's what I highly recommend you do. Sit down with yourself and say, self, is this worth my time? There you go. So he may have a lesser respect for women, and it's obvious. It's obvious. There are men who hate women. They will be with women, they will procreate with women, but they hate women with a passion because of their situations, just like that, just like you mentioned. So they use and abuse women multiple times because they never healed the relationship that broke them. Once you heal the relationship that broke you, then you can move forward in a healthier manner. Which is why I personally say that forgiveness is up to the person who's experienced the trauma, but it takes time. It's not an overnight process, but you have to be willing to do it. You have to be willing to say, I'm ready to release this. I'm ready to forgive this person for the trauma. It doesn't mean that I have to deal with them. It doesn't mean I have to see them. It doesn't mean I have to still, it doesn't even mean that I have to love them. Okay, because people forgive complete strangers, but it's on my time. When I'm ready to forgive this person, I will forgive them for the hell that they caused me in my life. It's going to be a process, but until the person who's been hurt or traumatized decides to say, okay, I'm going to let that go, because you know what? Just because I experienced this, all women are not out to hurt me. Just because I may have been abused as a child doesn't mean that all women are evil. All women are out to abuse me. All women are liars. We tend to categorize things. We tend to put things in categories in the brain. Like, we had a traumatic experience. That's why you hear those phrases like, all these dudes ain't shit. All men do is this and all men do is that. No, all men don't do anything. All men are not dogs. All men don't cheat. All men don't hit women. Do you see what I'm saying? So we tend to, based on the experiences that we had, we tend to categorize people, which is why we have stereotypes and generalizations and things of that nature. We tend to judge things we tend to group it together and say, this is how this is. Exactly. When it's not that way. It's not that way at all. That's just the experience we had. I mean, I could easily say, Rico, get out of my chair. I could easily say that all men are just trash. I could easily say that from men in my family, starting from my great-grandfather all the way down. I could easily say that, but I can't say that honestly, being the genuine person that I am, because I don't know all men. And all men are not the same. And I feel like that's kind of the energy surrounding your person. Like, he kind of is he has walls up, which is why he kind of distances himself, because, you know, Divine K, he kind of feels like in the back of his mind, he knows the way that he treated you was less than acceptable. What he did was ultimately disrespectful. The fact that you're still sticking around with him is incredible, because most women would have already left this situation. Okay? But this is your situation, so this is the choice that you're going to have to be faced with, and you're going to have to decide what works for you. But he knows in the back of his mind that you're a very loving woman, and you could very well move on to someone better, so to speak. Someone who doesn't have this type of trauma to work through, and someone who's ready to give you the world. Someone who's ready to fully show up for a connection and not step outside of that connection, because they actually value the relationship. Here's the thing. I've said this many times before on my live streams. Sometimes what we expect from people to give us, what we expect for them to give, they don't have it. That's one of the questions to ask yourself when you're journaling and you're writing down your thoughts and you're writing down the pros and cons of staying in this connection. Okay? Because I've given this assignment to other people who didn't follow it through. It really helps. I know for me personally, it really helped me during a time that I was really struggling in a relationship. And I really was able to see why I needed to let go of someone, because it just wasn't healthy. There were more reasons not to stay than there were to stay. Being factual about it. So one of those things is like, where's this person's mindset? What are their goals here? What can they bring to the table? What do they have? Not just financially, not just physically, materialistic things, cars, money, nice home, all of that. Emotionally, what can they bring to the table? Spiritually, mentally, the maturity. What can you learn from this person? How can this person help you grow as a woman? Those are things to consider as well. Do I feel like he's cheating? No. I know that was the original question, but for whatever reason, I had to give you all that information. So I hope all of that helps you in assessing the situation, because I really want you to use your intuition. What is your gut feeling about it? I personally, in my gut feeling, I don't feel that your person is cheating. I feel like he could be stressed. But once a person starts developing a pattern, keyword, of behavior, now they have to be watched, because patterns are not easily broken. Patterns can be changed, but it usually takes a period of time. So just be mindful of what you see. And like I said, as soon as you feel something, say something. But don't allow your mind to get crazy. Don't allow your mind to start imagining things until you see things. And this is the importance of responding versus reacting. Because a lot of times we react out of fear, out of anger, out of being hurt, from emotion. We're reacting instead of responding, because the response is, I'm reading your questions, and I'm absorbing the information, because your questions, your comments, everybody's comments in the live stream, in the live chat, it's information, So I'm allowing my brain to process the information that's being said, and then I give a response. A reaction, no thought, just automatic response. So I hope all of that makes sense. Hope all of it makes sense. Y'all, I think y'all's comments are delayed because I don't see no more comments. Divine Care, are you still here? Hi, Soul Love. If you're new, please like and subscribe to my channel. Will you get married? How long have you been with your person? How long have you been with your person? Are you asking about marriage? Or have you and this person even met? Great. I hope that helped you. I hope that gave you some things to really think about in this connection, Divine K, because your mental health and your emotional health, definitely, no, different people, Queen, are top, should be top priority for you. Should be top priority for you. But you also have to figure out, Divine K, and I'm going to say this to you, so it's going to be a little bit harsh, but you have to learn how to drop people when you need to. You need to learn to walk away, let go, block, delete. You're fine, M Love. You're most welcome. You have to set boundaries. You have to set boundaries. And you have to make it very clear that if what happened 2 months ago ever happens again, he will never see you again. And mean what you say. Mean it. Mean it like your life depends on it. Do not call him. Do not call me. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. I swear, if you do it again, we are done. You have to have non-negotiables in your relationships. All relationships, professional, intimate, family, friendships, you have to have non-negotiables there because everybody has to respect boundaries. That's fine if you want to forgive people. If you want to give chances, me personally, I don't like giving more than one chance. I don't. And sometimes I don't even like giving that one because you've already shown me who you are. So, fool me once, but you're not going to fool me again. So just keep that in mind. The more chances you give, the more bullets. It's like giving somebody a gun more bullets. You give them another chance. Why? So they can finish you off? It's like that. So just make your boundaries clear. So vibe. Great. Great. You got this. You got this. Great. Great. Hang on, y'all. I got a call coming in.